for you to try here that I've kind of been playing with yesterday, a little bit this morning. I posted a few numbers on the lottery post and in the predictions for today, and this is how I went about my selections. I'm gonna do an after the run, so them numbers obviously ain't gonna match because I'm doing what I'm looking for is the 104 to come up. So I'm gonna do an after the fact run. I'm gonna click I'm gonna click just a couple of these that I would feel would be hitting or whatever. Obviously, like I said, this is an after the fact run, so I'm just gonna click a couple of them. Right click the run, let it generate them numbers. Click view, slide them off to the side, and then erase that set and load. See, I was in my combined draws, and this is a setup for last night. So I want to load my evening draw next, and I'm basically going to do the same thing. I'm only going to pick just a couple of these that I thought, that I feel good about making a choice on. Um, and this ain't this is basically based on your choice between the two of them. So let's see, I want to pick one more up here. Let's just do that up there. Then I'm going to click run, view. So if you look at the two sets, they look pretty similar. There's a few numbers here that ain't going to match up. So with that being said, the next part of what I'm doing here, and I'm kind of curious now to see what I may end up getting out of this. So uh, I will open up me a spreadsheet. I'll go over here, bring up my first selection, select all, right click, copy, then I'm going to paste them in here. Right click and do a format, that way them zeros can show up. So under custom, highlight the type, click in your three zeros, so it'll show the leading zero in your number. And then I'm going to go over to my next one. I'm going to do the same thing. Select all, right click, copy, come back over here, paste them numbers, right click, format cells, go to custom, scroll down there at the bottom where you just made your last entry, click OK, and then I'm going to highlight all these cells. There was both of them, I think they had 64 numbers or something like that. So I'm highlighting the cells that I want to work with. And I'm going to go to conditional formatting, and I'm going to when I hit the conditional formatting, I'll go to highlight cell rules, go down here to duplicate values. What it's going to do is highlight any of the numbers that are in both columns. Uh, and it's going to do it with red. You can change colors to whatever you want, but red's fine. So these are the ones that have duplicate numbers in both columns. So, the 108, 109. So you scroll down. Out of all them 64, there's four numbers here in each set. So there's 8, 8, and 8. So there's 16 numbers out of 64 that match between my combined draw setting and my evening draw setting. The winning number was 104 last night, and it's in both columns. Um, so I done that for today's draw. I made a choice in my combined draws list and let it generate them numbers. And then I went over to my midday draw today. I made the choice in what I just out of just a couple values in each, and you can go more. I mean, you can literally say, I'm not sure about any of these, but I feel pretty certain about them, and then you can run them numbers. That'll give you 128 numbers. Obviously, between the two sets, You can see where the 128, but the 104 is still in there. So, uh, and you can do that. That'll give you more numbers more than likely that are gonna match. Um, so if I go back to click view, just for a kind of a quick recap, this is for the evening game. So I'm gonna go back over here to the combined draws, which is day and evening, and make just a couple choices here, and just make one down there at the bottom. So in my evening draw, I had 128. So if I run these, I also have 128. I'm going to view them, set them side by side, and you can see where not very many numbers actually match. So again, we're going to go over here. We'll go to my first set of numbers, and and I don't think it matters which column you put them in. Uh, Copy, paste them numbers, format them so they'll have the triple zeros. Click OK. And then go down to my next set of numbers. Select all of them. Right click copy. Get rid of that column. Go over here and click paste. Format them cells so they will all have the same 3-digit values. That way if there's any up top. So then I'm going to highlight these numbers. Go to conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, duplicate values, and obviously at the bottom of the list I don't have anything, but now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 32 numbers this time out of 128. So if you want to do your match and play, just use the numbers that match. I mean, this column here is basically the same as this column, but not all the numbers in between match. So if you do this and use just the highlighted numbers as your match and play numbers, see what was it, 104. So you can see it's down here and it's also over there. So in that setup, they both come up with the 104 winning number. So if you make a choice in your combined draws and then turn around and make a choice in your evening or midday folder and then compare the two numbers by throwing it in a spreadsheet like this, like I said, you just copy and paste them in a column on their own, highlight all them numbers in the column. I tried a while ago to where I could just highlight both columns. That didn't work. It didn't highlight them all. I guess because of all the blank pages down here. So it didn't. Maybe it was gonna work, but it was taking forever to get to the bottom of the thing. So I basically had to go through and just highlight just them numbers to do my conditional formatting. And then once I done the conditional formatting, highlight rules, duplicate values, and when it clicked everything, it highlights the ones that match between the two different sets. Like I said, these are my combined draws. These were my evening draws on the flip program. So, and then between them two choices, even though they was different spots here, obviously they're going to come up with a few, some different numbers. So, but out of the 128 sets, it gave me 32 to play with. So then I'll take that 32 maybe and look at a filter. You can take these numbers here, copy them, throw them over here, and so you can copy and paste them into a notepad. Once I get all these copied and pasted, uh, obviously you're going to go back through and format that cell so it'll all have the leading zeros in it. But these would basically be the numbers that I would be playing. Uh, well, or not necessarily playing, but these would be all my numbers that matched between my day and evening draw. So I'm going to take them numbers maybe and do my slots. I'll take a look at my slots. 104 was last night's draw. This is in the combined. So if I right click the slots, 104 was a 121 as far as my slots go. Uh, I got something else that I kind of look at for my slots as well to match these numbers up to, and that might reduce that 32 numbers that you're going to come up with down to just a handful of numbers to play. So I'm going to go ahead and call that a video. Uh, Hopefully that helps you guys choose your numbers, or you know, helps you make better choices. Like I said, you only got to pick two in the top and one in the bottom, or one in the top, two in the bottom, or you can do one and one, and you'll literally have 256 numbers if you do one and one. Uh, and then go through your Excel and highlight the columns that have the numbers in them. So, with that being said, this is probably a long enough video. I hope that makes sense and it works for you. Just let me know what you think, and let me know if it may help you make better choices. All right, thanks for watching.